This video outlines the enhancements as part of version 1.3 of Field Tracker Pro. The enhancements include changes to irrigation, harvest, menu manager, weather, and reporting. Irrigation changes relate to calculations for acre feet. In the irrigation activity, you'll now notice when creating a new entry that the total will display in acre feet. Inches per acre, and the total acre feet is then displayed. Save. Back on the list of irrigation records created, you'll see right at the top the total volume for the year. This calculation only happens when the same unit of measure is used. On to harvest. Harvest now has storage and delivery. So storage details, task date, amount, unit of measure, location stored, and comments. The same options are available in delivery details. This is for farmers who have who store product on farm for a certain amount of time and then deliver at a later date, or farmers who just store the product, and other farmers who just deliver the product. So now you have the ability to split that information out. Next is weather. In all activities, users now have the ability to pull in local weather. By default, the weather section is collapsed in each of the activities. So to pull it in, expand the weather section and get current weather. The first time the administrator on the account attempts to pull in the weather, they'll be prompted with a few questions, and that's just to determine how the weather is pulled in, either by a fixed city or town or by the nearest weather station to the device or computer. So get current weather, and it pulls it in. All of the values can be updated or removed, and that's based on the needs of the operator. Now the weather information is pulled in using Weather Underground, so they have a certain set of weather stations around the world actually, and so you just have to either select the one nearest you, or the device will automatically pull in the nearest one to you. Weather information or weather details is updated in administration. So if I go to settings, and manage weather settings, auto detect location. If this is enabled, it uses the nearest weather station to the device that where the person is entering the activity. With that set to disabled, you have the opportunity to set a specific city or town, and that will always be used when pulling in the weather. As you type in your city or town, it's going to pull in a list based on what you've typed, so you can just select the one that's nearest you. So I'll just select Toronto, and then you can set to how you want it, either metric or US imperial. Okay. Now the manage activities. This allows you to determine which activities are in the activity list. If there's one that you don't use, you can simply turn it off. So I will turn off broadcast fertilizer, disable, go to the bottom, save. Now if I go back to the menu, broadcast fertilizer is gone. You can bring them back at any time, so you can add them, remove them, depending on your needs. Now, the last item as part of this update is the ability to export information from the app. And so right on the tracked years screen, there's a new button called Reports. Hit the button and you have three options. The first is the year, so I'll go ahead and pick 2013. The fields, you can leave it at all fields or select a specific field. So the field list is going to be there. I'll leave it as all fields. Then the activity. You have to select an activity, and the reason for that is that the information is exported to Excel. And so in order for the columns to line up, it can only export one activity. So if I export spray and download report, you'll see that the Excel file is generated here. Now if I go ahead, and then when you open that, you'll see that it exported all of the information for spray, all fields in 2013. That concludes the enhancements for version 1.3 of Field Tracker Pro.